The distractions available from Mr. Putin's war are certainly playing into the hands of Putin and are certainly making life very difficult for Mr. Zelenskyy. Zelenskyy is now back in Washington trying to persuade the Republicans to let the funds which have been promised go through to Ukraine, to let the help which has been promised get through to Ukraine. Because at the moment, as Zelenskyy said, it's a dream come true, much like Netanyahu's invasion of the Gaza Strip. It's a dream come true. It's a distraction from the harsh reality of Putin's invasion of another sovereign territory, of Putin's land seizure, of Putin's dream of being, quote, democratically elected. It's a nightmare and it's a nonsense. There's no democracy in modern Russia. I've lived there. I know exactly what it's like. And Mr. Putin, dead or alive, would it matter? Would it matter whether he was alive or whether he was wriggling around in his coffin with the worms? It really wouldn't matter at all. The spirit of Putin. I remember once, years ago when I was at school, I remember somebody writing on the board, a teacher who was taking an English class because our English teacher was unavailable for some reason, and somebody else came in and wrote on the board, "Caesar dead is more alive than Caesar living." And I thought, what an interesting idea, and I think that's probably true of Putin. Putin dead is more alive than Putin living, and certainly he is as influential. I mean, who would have thought of utterly silencing Mr. Navalny, of secreting him away to some other location that no one can identify, no one can find. Both Putin and Navalny are like Schrodinger's cat. You don't know where they are. You don't know if they're alive or dead. In the case of Mr. Navalny, I'm very sorry. In the case of Putin, swing a cat. Well, actually, I don't go in for cat swinging. And sadly, at the moment, I don't have a cat to swing. But I wouldn't, even if I had one. I think one should treat animals as carefully as one would treat humans. And I don't think I would swing a human either. But, expressions apart. And Putin, if Putin's not dead, let's put it like this. If Putin's not dead, there is time still for him to reform, for him to become the good man that I'm sure, good woman if he wants to be, who cares, gender apart. There is time for Putin to realize the opportunity of goodness, which so far, at least in the last 2 decades, seems to be eluding him.